next sketch is called The Dating Game. You remember that show from the 60s or 70s with, was it Bobby Banks, I think, and an assortment of contestants, and we have a little bit of a different spin on it. So first off, we need to pick from one of you who's going to be our person who makes the questions, right? Amy, come on up. Now we're going to push Amy off the room here, so that she doesn't know exactly what we're going to be, what she's going to be presented with. And we need 3 bachelors, I think. Yeah, 3 bachelors. So I think we'll choose Bud, John, and Richard. Let's start with that first. And bring you your questions.
I lost my one chance.
Now, here's the thing for this. Normally, of course, they're all clean cut. They're really trying to put up their best side here. But what we want to do is we want to give each of these contestants a little, something abnormal about them. Whether it's either a characteristic or physical, or just they have an emotional issue that they are going to try to convey to our lovely contestant here when she comes back in. And as she asks questions, she's going to try to discern what they are, what they really like. So, for Richard, what's Richard's problem? I mean, we know he's got a problem already, but what is it then?
He's regressing in years back to birth.
Oh, perfect. Snap. How did you know already? Because he's, believe me. All right. For John.
He hears voices.
He hears voices. What was the other one? He thinks he's a vampire. I'm going to go with the vampire right now, but I like the voices. Maybe we can use that for Bud. Okay. All right. All righty. Let me go get our lovely contestant. And now we'd like to introduce the lovely Amy Finney, who's here on the dating game, to invite her. Amy, tell us a little bit about yourself, too, please.
Oh, well, I've been single for a very long time, and I'm just waiting for my dream boat. I love to eat and travel and roller skate.
Great, you've come to the right place then. I think you're going to have a great selection from this pool of lovely gentlemen. So, why don't you start with your questions?
All right, bachelor number 1. I love to eat, and one of my favorite foods is pizza. So, if you were a pizza, what kind of topping would you be?
What did you say? Oh yes, of course. I would be anchovies. Is that right?
Anchovies?
Yes.
So you're salty?
Are you sure? I would be anchovies. That's my final answer, yes.
Okay, bachelor number 2. If you were a pizza, what kind of topping would you be?
Then, I think I would like to top the pizza with a little a drink, like a Bloody Mary. I think that would be nice. Yes, a pizza with Bloody Mary.
Okay, a Bloody Mary. That's good. Bachelor number 3. If you were my pizza, what kind of topping would you be?
Well, I'd probably start with some nice chunky pepperoni, and then I would go with some like soft bananas, and then after that, I think I'll go with some stringed peas.
All right, bachelor number 3. Where would you take me on our first date?
Well, I think I'd probably go with you to like a disco, and then maybe we can go to the prom, and then we can go to the nursery.
Okay. Well, bachelor number 3, have you been sniffing helium? No. Okay. Bachelor number 2, where would you take me on our first date?
Well, I would like to take you to the cemetery tour. I have a lot of friends there, and we come out at night.
Bachelor number 2, are you Count Dracula?
No.
Are you a vampire?
okay, I'll try it and see if she would like to do that. We're going to take you to Columbia, South Carolina. I'm sorry, the country of Columbia. We're going to Columbia. Yes, we're going to Columbia.
Bachelor number one, do you have bipolar syndrome? You hear voices like that? All right, one more time, bachelor number three. So, let me think. If we got married, where would you take me on our honeymoon?
Well, I think we'd start with a trip to Bora Bora, and then we could just maybe have lunch in the school cafeteria, and then we could go visit the playgroup and have something to eat there.
Bachelor number three, are you getting younger?
All right, Amy, pick. Who are you going to take?
Oh, I gotta go with bachelor number two.
No wonder that show was canceled. Okay. The revival of this show. So again, 3. Here she goes. She's going down. All right, good. 3 eligible bachelors, but 3 particular quirks or attributes for Father George.
Jesus Christ.
I wish I had studied for this.
Richard? How about for Richard?
Here's a foot fetish.
Foot fetish? How did you know? It's true. Man, you're spot on with it. And for Bud?
He thinks he's the devil.
He thinks, And we're back. This time we're game 15 again for the dating game. 3 special people here. You have to choose one. Questions, go.
All right, I'm the Cornhuskin Queen. All right, gentlemen. Bachelor number one, if you were an ear of corn, how golden would you be?
Oh, it would be very golden. Roasted golden brown with lots of melted butter. Silk just singed right off with the corn husk gone. Just gold.
All right. Bachelor number two, if you were my ear of corn, how golden would you be?
Well, I'd be very golden. In fact, I would take the ear of corn and I would just kind of take my shoes off and kind of roll over the husk with my feet. Oh, that would feel so good.
Bachelor number three, if you were my ear of corn, how golden would you be?
Those who have ears ought to hear that I would respect you.
All right then. Okay, we go back to bachelor number two. Where would you take the Cornhuskin Queen on our first date?
Oh, I would think we would go for pedicures. No doubt a massage too, because it just...
Bachelor number two, you have a foot fetish. All right, bachelor number one, where would you take me on our first date?
Well, it would be very, very warm and very bright. It would almost be as if we were in a forest fire with flames and lots of heat.
Are you a firefighter? Are you fire?
It would be very dark there as well. But very
Are we
hot.
in hell? Yes, sir?
A little further.
Oh,
That's
a little
right.
further than hell? How far? Oh, we're in a grave? You think we're grave? Are you the devil? Okay, bachelor number three, where would you take me on our first date?
kind of like to take you to the lake, but sometimes I'm partial to mountains.
All right, bachelor number 3. And what would we have for dinner?
Well, we'd have a couple of loaves of fishes.